BlackRock's Bitcoin ETF IBEAT sets a new record with a colossal $788 million in daily inflows on March 5th. This surge aligns with the Bitcoin's historic peak at 69,300, surpassing its previous all-time high. With BlackRock's significant $9.7 trillion influence, this move signals immense potential for the Bitcoin investors to ride the wave of the booming market. Are you ready to seize the opportunity and potentially become a Bitcoin millionaire? Don't forget to subscribe, like, and share, and let's start. Banks versus Bitcoin. I figured out in 2016 how long is it going to take you. Also, the next one we go for, Bitcoin Wall Street would never dump on you. Would they actually do it? So let's go for more. New billionaire investor Mark Cuban tells CNBC that there's only gonna be 21 million of them. It's great store of value. I'm investing in Bitcoin over gold all day every day, and I've said that for years. Bitcoin is not a crypto. It's a world currency of the future. Also, 4-hour Bitcoin chart still looks sexy to me, as price back above the pennant and has formed an inverse head and shoulders pattern, as obviously OBV trending up, MACD bullish cross incoming, RSI looks ready to re-accelerate. $77,000 target is still on the table. TikTok Bitcoin. Also, an old Bitcoin wallet from 2010 just moved the $67 million worth of Bitcoin to Coinbase, as the owner of the wallet hodled all the way from 30 cents to $65,000. What a legend. Breaking news, Arizona passes a resolution in the Senate to have the state pension study purchasing the Bitcoin ETF. As well as Bitcoin has no use case, and breaking news, Egypt's pound is today down over 50% against the US dollar, and if you saw the pump that it had on Bitcoin, it was a 10 million of their currency. I don't know what exact currency they have, but it was like a huge candle up. New, Mark Cuban tells CNBC that Bitcoin is a great store of value, and that is why he is invested in it. As well as made a lot of progress in less than 24 hours, $69,000 shorts are going to get taken out, and I believe this breakout will lead to 70,000 plus. TikTok Bitcoin, here we go. With 90% left to trade, another very good day for volume. IBEAT almost at 1.5 billion and Fidelity almost at the 1 billion as well. Since the November 28th cycle theory, halving cycle theory's creation in January 2023, there has been no need to change how it works because everything about it has been right on track. But as Bitcoin hits an all-time highs a year earlier than anticipated, it is time to rethink cycles, as I believe that our cycle may be almost a year accelerated, shown by our earlier than expected all-time high touch, as this would give us a cycle top plus minus 21 days from November 28th, 2024 as 1 year early. 2023 would have been a green and blue year hybrid, having a mix of accumulation and preparation for the new all-time highs, which would typically be 2 separate years in the 4-year cycle, as green year gives us the cycle bottom as the first early top, yellow dot, and a best cycle buying prices, and a return to the median, half the previous all-time high at 34,500. Blue year gives us time established at a median 34,500 and a second early top, purple dot, and an advance towards the new all-time highs at the end of the year. So the criteria for both years were met in 2023, as the first and second early top could have taken place at the same time. The unfortunate side effect of this is what there was one less year to prepare as buy before the all-time high run. The mid-top was likely in at 49,000 in January 2024 as this cycle, where price briefly rejected the 20% but did not experience the long sideways period that comes after because of the hybrid year. The time frame lines up too, as if you look at the previous red years, all-time highs have typically been reached early in that year, and just as they have now, be aware of the potential double top, as which, contrary to what you might expect, has appeared every cycle. 2017 seems to have a singular top, but data shows a false top in June of that year, as since we compare most to that cycle according to beat time, we may see a first top in June 2024. And if Bitcoin continues to not retest healthy support like the 20-week EMA, then price is parabolic, and this further amplifies the likelihood of a double top, as our cycle may be reduced to just 3 years instead of 4, and price action seems to be heading in that direction. Michael Saylor's Bitcoin Gold Rush 2024 to 2034 as the era of mass adoption is here. I had a chance to sit down with Saylor to discuss the success of the spot Bitcoin ETFs, why our money is toxic and the ideal form of government building companies on the network, and why Bitcoin is for everyone. And if you want to check it out, there are the time codes, so you could basically check out all of that, and it's pretty great interview. I watched it and I recommend to watch it for you as well. Blackrock stacked over 700 million worth of Bitcoin yesterday, as meanwhile terrified sell-out hands sold their bloodlines financial securities to the American boomers max bid in iBid. From this date forward, bears and microgreen hands are permanently banned from the village by the sea. Sardine Festival is starting. Bitcoin ETF frenzy. Blackrock smashes expectations with 788 million inflows in just one day. BlackRock's Bitcoin ETF iBid achieved a remarkable milestone on March 5th, attracting a staggering 788 million, and it exceeded its previous record of 612 million in inflows in a single day. This surge in investment coincided with the Bitcoin reaching a new all-time high of 69,300, surpassing its previous all-time high set in 2021. Bitcoin ETF trading volumes reaches a record 10 billion, and shortly after Bitcoin hit its new milestone, the market experienced a notable price correction, dropping below the $60,000. However, these dips seem to entice ETF buyers who saw it as an opportunity to accumulate Bitcoin at a discounted price. And as a result, the Bitcoin price has quickly recovered and actually reached the 65,200 level, positioning itself for further price gains and consolidation above its all-time high. So, according to Bloomberg ETF expert Eric Balchunas, the 10 Bitcoin ETFs traded a staggering $10 billion in volume on the same day, and breaking the previous record set just a week ago. And the expert noted that this surge in trading activity is not entirely unexpected, as volatility and volume often go hand in hand with ETFs. So Balchunas also highlighted that several ETFs, including BlackRock's iBid, Fidelity, Bitwise, and Arkham, achieved the record-breaking trading volumes. And interestingly, while the Bitcoin ETFs experienced a surge in inflows, the Grayscale Bitcoin Trust continued its trend of outflows since the ETFs launched on January 11th. So Balchunas noted that the GBTC has seen nearly 10 billion in outflows, and yet its total asset under management remained unchanged since its launch, as this phenomenon can be attributed to the bull market subsidy, wherein investors continue to hold assets despite outflows, generating revenue for the trust. A temporary halt before further gains. Bitcoin's recent price action has encountered resistance at its all-time high level of 69,000, signaling a temporary rejection from this crucial point, as this coincided the activation of the golden ratio multiplier, the first and only cycle top indicator to have fired thus far. As the golden ratio multiplier, an indicator often used in technical analysis, has seen its cycle top band rise to $69,000, aligning perfectly with Bitcoin's recent peak. However, considering this is the sole indicator predicting the cycle top, some analysts, including CryptoCon, believe that a significant market correction may not have occurred yet. That's all the information we got on today's video, so don't forget to subscribe, like, and share. See you in the next one, and peace.